There's the full moon. I hope you can hear me. There's an owl nearby. You'll be able to hear the owl off and on. But we're just watching the. This is what I can do from now on for the full moon special. I'm out here on the porch and we can do a live stream. What I might do is go get my tripod out of the car. And what I so I don't have to hold the phone like this. I'm going to do that. So just hang tight. I need to run out to my car and get the tripod. I'm going to keep my voice down because it's 3:20 a.m. It's 3:20 a.m. right now. So yeah, just hold on. I'm going to go get the tripod out of the trunk of my car, and I'll be right back. You might hear the owl, so just listen for the owl. I think you've probably already heard it, but here we go. All right, I'm going to go to the car and get my tripod. Listen for the owl. Okay, full moon special. And I'm going to aim the camera at the moon. It's a full moon. It's 3 a.m. Yeah, 3:25 a.m. And I hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna turn off the light so that it won't glare. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to let me see if I can extend this more because I'm fighting with the rooftop. There we go. You can see it through the trees. I'm going to relocate. I think if I can. It's 3:00 in the. That's a real hole that you're hearing. You can just sit and watch it through the trees. I wish my deck was bigger. Because again, I'm fighting the. I'm going to try something here. Bet you if I put it out in the yard. Let's see now. There we go. Now I can kind of lower it so that I can read the tiny, tiny print. There we go. Let's see how well it focuses. We are looking at the moon through the trees. Oh, it's Tiny Tim. God bless us, everyone. Regards from the Marshall. Oh, Alec, I was just talking about you with my mom. Yeah, I hadn't heard from you in a while. We're watching the full moon together. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Oh, you're a Marshall from the Marshall. Well, I'm glad to hear from you. I'm letting my eyes adjust because I had to. So this is going to be kind of fun. Maybe I can do this. That owl is going crazy. There's an owl just yards away from me. You see if I can balance this again. We're going to watch the moon. I want to go to the crossroad. There's a crossroad I can set my camera on. So you're doing pretty good now, huh? So, Mr. Alec. I'm glad to hear from you again. Who else is with us? Looks like Oracle. And there's Frankenspeed. And then that's an actual owl. What a cool addition. I think that's what I'll do from now on. Whenever there's a full moon, I can come out here with my lawn chair and we'll stare at the moon. So there's a total of 3 people watching. A grand total. What I could do is adjust the tripod to follow the moon because you can see how it's moving to the right. Oh, look at that. It's self-focusing. Now, if we hear a werewolf, I'm going to get out my garlic and so feel free to chat. I'll be able to see your chat. This is the moon through the trees. I wonder why I think it's because it's following the moon. There's some pine trees. What I should do is go get my pink Moscato. That's probably look at that, how it's adjusting and the tripod is not moving. It keeps doing that. Yeah, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. This is the April 1st moon, full moon night. They call it the pink moon. My camera doesn't do it justice. I'm going to probably have to get a lens. There's a lens that you can put on your phone that you can focus better with. So is everybody here? I think the chat I'm going to have to start the chat again. So we'll do take 2. I really hate it when that happens. It's got to be recording because I guess try typing something in the chat. I'll give it about 30 seconds. If I don't see a chat, I'm going to have to stop the stream and restart it. Oh, good God. Wake up, everybody. Meow, meow. It's a full moon, meow, meow. It's me. Yeah, it's the moon. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm doing a full moon special. I think this would be cool. I'm going to have to start doing this. That's an actual moon. That's an actual owl you're hearing. There's an owl up in the trees. That kind of adds to it, doesn't it? Adds to the. I'm glad the chat didn't stop working. Let's see if I can level this. I don't think I can. It's a little crooked, but I don't care. I don't care. It's a little crooked. Meow, meow. I'm sorry if it's blurry. I'm looking at it through the trees. So it's kind of, I guess the more it moves to the right, it'll miss the trees, the treetops. That's what I can do. I can get some incense. I have some nice smelling incense. That's what I'll do is I'll prepare. I have a tripod that's like a microphone stand. And it holds, look, it's hands free. So I can just sit here and chill. We can watch the moon. Oh, there we go. It's peeking. I like the sound of that owl. Is that super zoomed in? Let me see. Not really. It's zoomed in like halfway. See how it's round now? It's kind of passing through the trees. All you can see is a dot. I'm going to do that. I'm going to order a lens. I'm using my cell phone. I'm using my cell phone and it's round. Yeah, it is. It looks like a light bulb. But that's the moon. That's the pink moon. It's full tonight. I think I'll do that from now on. Whenever the moon is full, I'll come outside. If it's not raining or cold. Tonight's a really nice night. Feels almost like a New Orleans night. That's my buddy, the owl, the wise owl. I'm glad I'm not hearing coyotes or wolves. I guess we'll do this for a little while since we're chatting. Which phone? The one that works. My other phone, the camera doesn't work with the live stream. So I have to use this phone. With this one, I've got it like it's not like a selfie. The camera on the other side of the phone is capturing all this. I want to start bringing in dragonflies. There's these things you can do to bring in dragonflies because they eat mosquitoes. Let's see if I can adjust this better. It's a little, I guess. Looks like we're looking at a galaxy far, far away. I'm trying to keep my voice down because I'm in a breezeway. Are you by weather for dragon? Are you by water for dragon? I don't know what that means. Oh, dragonfly. Oh, yes. There is a lake on this property. And I was thinking dragonflies like reeds. They like to land on tops of reeds and cattails. They're also called pussy willows. So the pussy willows, the dragonflies like to land on top of those. What I can do is get a pussy willow, and when it's dry, just break it up and let them land. Let those seeds land, and we'll have pussy willows. I remember in California there were lots of them growing next to the river. Let me know if you're enjoying the owl. That's pretty. Here we go. We're gonna adjust the tripod. I love this tripod. I found it at the park. Somebody left it. Somebody left it sitting next to a picnic table. You know what? Things I always find things at the picnic table. There's a piece of jade. Somebody found a crude piece of jade and laid it on the picnic table next to the volleyball court. And then I started going to work on it, made it into a necklace. And then this tripod, somebody, it was just sitting next to the picnic table and it was there for, I think, a day or two. I said, this one's mine. Nobody came by to claim it. It's kind of like that. I like that. Or sometimes I'll find an unopened bottle of water. How do you cut the jade? Oh, there a diamond bit. I took a diamond bit. They say you're not drilling, you're grinding. You're grinding with the diamond bit. I used a Dremel tool, and they say that's how to do it. Get a diamond bit. There's all kinds of diamond bits that you can get. It takes a long time, but you cut through to the other end. It's like digging a tunnel for a railroad. You finally break through and it's like, all right. I've also an amethyst and a tiger eye and a moonstone. I drilled through. Moonstone is my birthstone. This is pretty cool. What do you think about this? It's kind of like hypnosis because you're focused on a film, and you're talking. I used to collect gemstones for fun, but now I'm mechanically my mycology mad. Mycology mad. Well, that's cool. So I think it's neat to have an interest or a hobby. Look at how much the moon has moved since I have adjusted the tripod. It'd be cool if I can get a telescope. I want to see if I can get a telescope that you can film through. I think once there's a lens that you can hook up to your phone. And that'd be cool. Get it to where we're watching the craters on the moon. Or even Venus for a while there. You could see Venus next to the moon. Or we could zoom into Venus. I think I saw Mars a while. They call it the red planet. Got about 3 people watching. Can you get attachments for? Yes, that's what I was talking about. You can. There's a lens that you can hook up to your phone, where the camera is. And that would be cool. I could sit like at a hilltop, and I could zoom in on like somebody riding a donkey, or even the beach. Sometimes when I'm at the beach, I see battleships off the coast. I remember in Florida, there was a battleship off the coast. Kind of zoom in on and see who's walking around on deck. See if any missiles get fired. Oh, wow, a paragraph. I tried to get a picture through my telescope using my phone. It was terribly difficult, but managed to get you know what you can do is make a video. That's how I do my videos, is with my phone. That'd be cool. So you were able to do it using your phone. Yeah, YouTube is very phone friendly. Yeah, it seems, yeah, because the moon keeps moving, and also you got to focus on it. It's super hard without an attachment uh, to just get. It is, unless you have an attachment. So I guess Alec is okay. He just popped in for a second or two. Got a total of 4 people watching the moon. Yeah, this is the best I can do with the phone. That'd be awesome. We could look at the surface of the moon while we do a live stream. Every full moon I could do this. We can all get our wines and beers and just watch the moon. Do you have a telescope? I gave it to my brother. I bought a telescope at Goodwill and I hardly use it because I use my binoculars. I have a set of binoculars and I can see the moon through the binoculars. And I guess it's easier than trying to set up the telescope. I used to have a really like a 4-inch telescope, 4 inches in diameter. When I was a kid, I bought it from a garage sale. And I used to always try to, I was able to see the moon through it. There we go. I got to keep adjusting. The Hubble show. The Hubble telescope. Yeah, I'll have to Google that. I'll have to Google phone lenses or phone. I don't know what to Google. I'll try phone lenses and see. I guess the owl got tired. That owl was going crazy a few hours ago. I was walking down the street. You know what I can do is there's a crossroad just up the street from me. And I can bring the lawn chair out there and the tripod and just sit out there because it's 3:00 in the morning and nobody's driving around. There was just one lady who drove into the property around 1:00 in the morning. And I think that's it for now. All the people are sleeping or they're doing the night shift. Wow, I'm actually bathing right now. It's a moonlit night. I remember in Hawaii we'd get moonlit nights. You could see your shadow. Only the shadow knows. You see the glare? It looks like there's 2 moons. You can see the actual branches. Look at that. Oh, a mini green moon. Yeah, it's right up to the upper left. Sometimes when people look through a telescope at the moon, they see little meteors. They hit the moon. That'd be cool if we could capture that during one of our live, doing the full moon. Okay, I'm going to adjust it again. This is awesome. It's like the Lord wanted me to have a tripod so I can film his nature, his works. You can see meteors hit the moon. Well, because that's where craters come from. Craters come from meteors hitting the moon. And sometimes people capture it when they're filming the moon. That'd be awesome. On the night of a full moon, you got the camera focused, and all of a sudden you see this little pop. Or some of it, I think, is AI generated. But sometimes I think it's genuine. Pop. Yeah, it's like throwing a BB onto flour. Take a BB and just drop it on some flour, and you got yourself a crater. Dear diary, I made a crater. Yeah, you should make a video and I can watch it. Make a video of you filming like a planet going by. Or what your neighbor's doing on the deck. Some people out on their deck, they're cooking chicken or shish kebab. I don't condone spying on your neighbor, but sometimes they do some weird stuff when they don't think they're being watched. I saw a video of a lady pick up a cat and throw it in the garbage. it was funny and it makes you go, oh, because the lady walks up to the cat was just enjoying the day, walking on along a fence, and a lady just walked up and grabbed the cat and threw it in the garbage. That's so mean. How crazy is your For You page? How crazy is your For You page? Oh, I don't have a For You page. I'm kind of focusing on YouTube because I seem to be getting more, because my Facebook, I'm getting more attention on my YouTube than I am on the Facebook. Facebook, nobody gives a crap what I put on my Facebook. Got all kinds of cool stuff on my Facebook, but YouTube seems to be the only one where I get responses. Again, I'm trying to keep it to a dull roar because I'm like a few paces away from my neighbor's window. I hate it when my neighbor sometimes used to shine her headlights into my bedroom window, and she would just sit there. And like, what a jerk thing to do. Just sit there with your headlights on. I guess I'll do anything to get ratings. I'll sit here 4:00 in the morning. See if I can call. There we go. Is that on purpose? What is on purpose? That regards a red nose. Oh, requires a red nose. Oh wow, you're a fan. You come here before when I do the red nose. Yes. Requires. I believe a red nose is in order. Wow, it's so quick. You don't notice it, but man, the moon is just racing. Yes, I have been here a few times. Well, thank you for coming back. Thank you for coming back and watching the show again. I don't have my instruments out here. Again, I'm like right up next to my neighbors. There's like a breezeway, and I always wonder if I'm disturbing my neighbors. He's pretty chill, so it is 4:00 in the morning. Oh, look at that. It's self-adjusting. That's weird. It's like my phone is haunted. I have a haunted phone. Maybe the owl flew away. Let's see. It is 3:54. Actually, it's only 2:54 because of daylight savings time. Maybe it will be better if you tapped on the moon. Yeah, let's see what happens. Tap on the moon. No, it only moves a tripod. See, there we go. It's now look what we did. Oh, it looks like it's a dot. Here I'll just see if I can. That's kind of. There we go. That's more focused, I guess. I like the picture before, how you can see the tree branches. That might work. Now it looks like it's farther away. Oh, it just blows up. Yeah. Bam. Let's see if I can enlarge it again. Enlarge. There we go. I guess once it clears the trees. Yeah. That's cool that we're sitting here watching the moon, watching the time go by. I'll have to have my Bluetooth speaker. Maybe if I play, no, I'd get popped for copyright. That would be cool, wouldn't it? We could play music while we're watching the full moon. That would be awesome if I can get a lens and we could really look at the moon clearly. And it's cool out here. It's not like freezing. It's relaxing though. It's the morning for me since I am in. Oh wow, you're in London. Awesome. So you're seeing the past. You're seeing what's already transpired. Yeah. I always welcome people from wherever they are. Like I'm Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighbor. Would you be mine? I always like that song. I've always wanted to have a neighbor just like you. I've always wanted to live in a neighborhood with you. So are you Roger Rabbit? Roger Rabbit. I like his girlfriend. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Yeah. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? My brother was reading that book before it became a movie. It was about cartoon. It's kind of like Cool World. There was a movie with Brad Pitt called Cool World. And then there's Scanner Darkly. If you ever seen that movie, I think it's a Quentin movie, if I'm not mistaken. I'm Roger Rabbit. Oh, the Screw Tape Letters. Have you heard about that? C.S. Lewis, the Screw Tape Letters. John Cleese narrated that book, or he read it as an audio book, and they're making a movie about it. Back in the Funhouse. That's right. Meanwhile, back in the Funhouse, it's 3 a.m. Do you know where your kids are? 3 a.m. Here and gone. I haven't heard of these things. Are they old? Some of them are. Yeah, because I'm 57 years old, and yeah, it's like I've seen a lot of how the media likes to take stories or make up stories. 1 a.m. Cool. 1 a.m. 23. Oh, I just ordered a 24-hour clock. So instead of 12 hours, it's got 24 hours. So now when people ask me what time it is, I'll be able to look up at the wall and say, like, it's 1,300 hours or 2,300 hours. Why did you buy it? Because a lot of people from the UK and other places, they use the 24-hour clock. instead of the 12-hour clock, because here we have AM and PM in the second. Yeah, people in the UK, they ask me they tell me what time it is, and I have to go, okay, what's that on the 24-hour clock? My friend always used to, yeah, military time. That's what that is. Time in, yeah, and every, let's see, AM and PM. That's right. After meridian, post meridian, or something like that. Yeah, here in the U.S., we still use the standard. We use like feet and yards and miles. Everywhere else, it's kilometers, millimeters, centimeters. It's liters, grams, kilos. You know what? Some places don't use daylight savings time. They don't, because every spring they put the clock an hour ahead. I think that's BS. I don't like that. Only US, Canada uses miles. Isn't that weird? Yeah. Miles and pounds. Like 50 pounds. But in the UK, it's money. They call it, I don't know if it's spelt the same way. Yeah, LBS. And then there's OZ for ounces. Yeah. Are you down with the OZ? And ounces and pounds. That's right. Sound is a pound. Pounds, yeah, is weight. Is according to, yeah, pound sterling. And then there's the quid. My brother went to the UK, and he was trying to figure out how people would pay money, because you can have a crown, you can have, yeah, fluid ounces. Yeah, when you're drinking a Pepsi or Coke, they have it, yeah, 16 ounce, 12 ounce. Yeah, the British pound, POUND. The British pound has gone up in value. It costs more American dollars to buy a British pound. A crown. That's, yeah, a crown. A shilling. I wonder if that's UK also, a shilling. Or is that Irish? It's like Great, yeah, Britain pound. We don't use, oh, really? You don't use shillings anymore? We don't use pennies anymore. It costs more to make a penny than it's worth. That's insane. You know what? Pennies could be worth something. You can make a penny worth something. I'll agree on it. Yeah, and grams, kilograms and grams. And then there's like kilos, like you could buy your cocaine by the kilo. Great Britain pound, British pound, pennies, nickels. Yes, pennies, nickels, dimes. And then there's the quarter, and then there's the dollar. They used to actually use only coins, but then they called them pay notes. Every time you got paper money, you're actually showing that you had that much coinage. Dollar. That's right, dollars and cents. It makes sense to have dollars and cents. That's funny how they made it. They call it cents. Like, doesn't anybody have common sense? I wonder why they don't call it common sense. Paper money is not. No, it's actually uh, it's a note. Yeah, it's a note saying, take this money out of my account. Money is really coinage. That's why I understand, because it goes back to even Greek times, Roman times. Before they used to pay in salt. Paper money is actually, yeah, currency. Because on our money it says for settling debts, public and private. So you can settle a debt with a piece of paper. Currency is never connected to. You know what, they did that. Uh, President Nixon, he he took us off the gold standard, and now that there's billions of dollars, trillions of dollars, which shouldn't even exist because there's not that much gold. There's not that much gold to back it up. Anything which corresponds to real gold is the, yeah, that's what, yeah, the gold standard. But that's crazy how you can you can have $1 trillion and not own any gold. You could use money to buy gold. Gold has gone up. It's like $5,000 an ounce for an ounce, more than 5 grand an ounce. Yeah, from 1971, we were off. That's correct. I am not a crook. That's right. Richard Milhouse Nixon. He was he was the guy that invented the $1 trillion. Yeah, people had to mine gold. People had to melt gold into coins and then tap and die or whatever. Or they called it mint. Where you, that goes back to, yeah, the Greek times. You were paying with this mineral, and to signify that it was in fact a pound of silver or a pound of bronze, they would they would uh, they would stamp it. That's why we have coins the way they look now, because yeah, they would stamp that piece of metal, and then it became a coin. We just make money out of. That's right. You can have negative money. You can have positive money. Negative money is what most Americans have. Don't go to school, because that's how you'll accrue a lot of debt. Oh, wow. We're zooming in again. I think the phone just does that. Wow, it's only been 50 minutes. I hope it's not ruining my phone. That would suck. I just got this phone maybe a year ago. There are no more formula to print money, which means there's there is no limits to how much money can be printed, but it's, yeah, it's currency. There is no limit. It's just the imagination. Neville Goddard talks a lot about imagination. Imagination. Do you guys get South Park where you are? It's hilarious sometimes. Whenever I'm in the hospital, I'll tune into South Park. Wow, all I see is that dot now. I wonder why that is. I don't want to see a dot. I wonder if it's overexposing. I hope that's not the case. There we go. We're back. I think that's what I have to do is keep adjusting it. So I guess it's not harming my phone. That's why they call it flat. Yeah, flat currency. Also called, sorry, also flat currency, also called the fake money. That's right. Counterfeit. They don't want you to make counterfeit money. You could go to jail. But what they do, if you make really good counterfeit money, they pull you aside. You know, it's like, wow, you're really good at making counterfeit money. I've seen it, but never properly watched. Oh yeah, Team America World Police. If you can get a copy of that, it's a very funny depiction of politics and of how the powers like Kim Jong Il was, I guess, president of North Korea at that time. Oh wow, there is Ryan. Hello, Ryan. South Park. What other movies did they? Matt and Trey has made quite a few other movies. If you print fake money off the actual fake money, then you are the king. That's right. I've heard if you kill one man, you're a murderer. If you kill many, you're a king. If you kill them all, you're a god. Did you watch the rocket launch? No, I did not. That it probably happened during my childhood because I think that was 1969 was when they landed on the moon. Kim Jong Il, Kim Jong Un. That's right. He is the one who took over after Kim Jong Il. Hello. They want another rocket to. Yes, they do. And China, I hear, is trying to make that happen again. China basically rules the production of a lot of products. Every time I look at something, it says in big bold letters, made in China. It used to be Japan. Japan was the leader of products made in Japan. Made in Japan. And now it's da 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 da. Like Monty Python has that song, I like Chinese, they only come up to your knees. They sent another rocket. Oh, I already read that. Oh, really? A few hours ago, NASA launched the Artemis 2. Artemis is the goddess of the hunt, which is on its way to the moon. I don't know why people want to go to the moon. What's up there? They say there are minerals that are pretty valuable on the moon. That would suck if they mined the moon and then you see less of the moon because we just got so greedy. Chinese for course. There is nothing up. Yeah, nothing. They say it's a vacuum, with celestial bodies. I was talking about that earlier today. If you go into an airplane and you open a door, you're going to get sucked out. What are those emojis? I can't see them too well. Are they tacos? Are those tacos? I don't know what they are. Okay. The moon is made of, oh, cheese. Okay, that's what that is. Cheese. Say cheese. We're watching a big ball of cheese. Uh, all these rockets are useless, and they do. It's like, think of how many people you can feed. Think of how many homes you could build for the homeless. Cheese is cheese. Cheese. Cheese, please. It's basically curdled milk, fermented milk. They take milk and then they run it through cheesecloth, I guess. Cheese Homes. That's right, homeboy. Eddie's Cheese House. It's so cheesy. It's not easy being cheesy. Yeah. This is so weird that I'm sitting out here at 4:00 in the morning. Yeah, it's 4:16. Actually, it's only 3:16. Sometimes I get scared at night falling asleep. So I am glad live streams exist. I know. It's like sometimes I like watching something late at night, like creature feature or documentaries. Or you ever watch those Home Shopping Network? Like they're trying to sell swords or coins. All these rockets and wars are, yeah, yeah. It's like, that's not where I want my tax money to go. I don't want my tax money to go to blowing up Iran or blowing up Vietnam. It's got to get ready for, I've got to get ready for the day and go do anger work, anger work, uh, buy cheese mean. Oh, buy cheese man. That's my nickname now, cheese man. Well, you take care. HGTV. Yeah, that's right. They got to sell this for a good price. It's at a good price. You got to hurry up and buy it. Oh, yeah. I used to watch those when I had, yeah, DirecTV. Isn't that like a satellite? Yeah, they hook up a satellite. I see that sometimes here. You see a satellite and you know what's going on. It is the big cheese. That's right, the big cheese. You know what I can get is a cheese hat. You ever seen those cheese hats? I should get one of those. And then walk up and down the boulevard with my cheese hat. The game is simple. If we are not fooled, then they are. Yep. I remember a phrase. It was, you laugh because I'm different. I laugh because you're all the same. I like that one. You laugh because I'm different. I laugh because you're all the same. Maybe I need a back brace. My back shouldn't hurt right now. Wow, it's been an hour. And it's like my body is generating enough heat to keep me warm. I can actually feel my body heat radiating from me. It's like I'm a biodome. Yes, but it's laugh on Both sides. That's right. We got to laugh. Gotta laugh. Remember Taco? There was a guy who sang Putting on the Ritz. I'm seeing a lot of his videos lately. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go? Mine is June 18th, Paul McCartney's birthday. Yeah, it's going to be my birthday in a couple of months. Because right now it is April, May, June. Yeah. Nice. I'm going to do a birthday party. That's what I should do. Get like a little birthday hat and one of those things you blow into and it uncurls. Whatever the hell those are called. Let's see. Okay. This is live. This is live. We're watching the moon. That's right. A summer birthday. Summer here, summer there. This is fun to do, isn't it? It's like we're just chatting, chilling. 4 people are watching right now. I guess the owl went to sleep or flew away. Here comes you can always count on an airplane. Always. You can almost bet on it. Freaking airplane. Aeroplane. Sorry, aeroplane. It's an arrow that is plane. Pressurized fuselage with ladies inside who serve you coffee, tea, or milk. They wear funny little hats. Come fly with me. I like to invent my own kind of plane flight. Is there there is, yes, not too far from here. When you head out to Rock Mart, there's a town or an area called Rock Mart. There is a campground and there is an airport. And I can always see them. They're either heading from east to west or west to east. I hope I'm not too loud. I would be pissed if somebody was outside my window doing a live stream without a care. I think I am. I think I should be okay. Nobody's like throwing shoes at me like I'm meowing like I'm a tomcat in a hall in an alleyway. Meow, meow. Here comes another plane. Are you kidding me? 3:00 in the morning. Yeah, 3:23. I hate that we can't play music on our live streams. This is kind of fun. I could do this for a little longer. After all these airplanes. I hope they all get jet lag. Just fall asleep. What did you? Oh, I had Chinese food, an all you can eat buffet. That's my best. That's my favorite Chinese. All you can eat. I see people playing music on their live streams and they are still monetized. What they do is they flag you as copyright, violating copyright. And they don't get the rule. You know what? I'm not even monetized, so why should I care? I haven't made any money off YouTube because I don't have enough view hours. It's BS, It's Bullisk. It's like that I got. I can't believe it. Since 2009, I still don't have enough view hours. You can play. Really? I need to. Maybe they changed the rules because people, if you play music, you can get flagged for copyright. I'll have to try that. I should just get some insane clown posse, play Juggalo Island or something like that. On Juggalo Island. Don't be mad because the Speedo I'm wearing got your girlfriend staring. I like that song. We can have fun. Let our nuts hang by the water. I love the ICP. I have a hatchet chain now. I bought my hatchet chain. I like the Boogeyman too. Was it the Boogeyman? I cut your neck off and play it like a banjo. Bow, chicka, wow. Like that shit, Joe. It'd be funny to get high listening to the ICP. Are you down with the clown? I want my shit, and I ain't gonna die until I get it. I like that song. I like the song Fuck the World. Fuck the world. If I only could, I'd set the world on fire. When is your work tomorrow? Oh, I don't do a traditional job. Yeah. So yeah, people get like I hated that when I worked. I had to always be concerned about tomorrow and when I work. I think that's part of the matrix. Part of the matrix is you got to break free from it. Like people who start their own business, like you could do singing telegrams, you can do shoulder massages. People do that in the mall. They have a dude will come up and massage your shoulders and you pay him. Or like therapists, you could be a therapist. You could just sit in a room with somebody and go, uh-huh, uh-huh. That's all the time we have right now. And that's it. That's a therapist. That's what a therapist does. They go, uh-huh, yeah, uh-huh. And how do you feel about that? Oh, it's your time is up. Like, fuck you. I just paid you $50 or 100. I don't know how much you pay because insurance usually covers the therapist. Insurance covers you seeing a therapist, and all they do is go, uh-huh, yeah. How do you feel about that? Or everything is okay now. And they go, okay, your time is up. That's called a business. That's right. You know what used to be on our currency? Before In God We Trust, they used to say, mind your business. I love that. Then everybody's included. The religious folk and the atheists. Just mind your, that was on our currency. Mind your business. Now, In God We Trust. And it's like, that takes away responsibility from the person. Yeah, In God We Trust. How fake God is. So, are you an atheist? That's scary to say, isn't it? It's scary to say I'm an atheist because people attack you and judge you. It's like, I just, me personally, I've had God experiences that just can't be denied. But there are people who I'm just, uh, yeah, a lot of people like the Gnostics. Have you ever heard of the Gnostics? They talk about the demiurge. They talk about the was it the archons. It's pretty interesting. They say Hindi is the oldest religion, or Hindu is the oldest religion. It's like, well, if that's the case, why do we have so many There's Jews, there's Catholics, there's Protestants. Everybody has their own idea. And then there are the people who say there's no God. But I believe that God is within each of us. You know, God not only creates, but he inhabits his his creation. Some people even say, what's her name? Sophia. Sophia is a part of the Gnostic faith, I guess. And then there's Barbelo. See, that's more feminine, Barbelo is, I guess, the mother of Sophia. See, the Gnostics believe that God is a woman, you know. There's the monad. The monad is like where everything came from. And then there's the pleroma. Pleroma, I guess, is the highest. It's like nirvana. I think I'm more of a Gnostic person. I know that the God of this world is not the God we should be following. There's no God. Period. Periods. Yeah, some people actually. They don't. Is it because you haven't seen the evidence? A lot of people, they haven't seen the evidence. PR. Preodds. There's no evidence. Yeah, that's what people are looking for, is evidence. But then people always talk about the power of prayer. It's like if you pray for something and then you see it show up in your life, no proof. Yeah, some people don't see it. I wonder what proof they're looking for. What would be that thing that says to you, yeah, there's God? I always think of people with cancer. Yeah. If your doctor came into a room and sat down and said, you have cancer, or you're going to war. The president said, you're going to war. We can see the moon. Almost. You can almost see the moon. Yeah, it's through the trees. Here we have pine trees. I think if we stop judging each other, I think we could come to an agreement. We can see the moon. That's right, baby. You are watching the moon. It's self-focusing. Oh, you cannot. Oh, you can see the moon, but you can't. Okay, so that's the evidence you're looking for. You want to see God. I think that's what it is. A lot of people who are atheists, they haven't seen the evidence that they're looking for. That'd be neat if an atheist wrote a book. If an atheist were to write a book and say, okay, this is the evidence I'm looking for. That is it. That is the evidence we need. Yeah. But how did the moon get there? That's my question. How did the moon, if there isn't a designer, I think we could refer to him as the designer, because like the watch needs a maker. How did the watch get there? Yeah. Somebody had to make the watch. But then who made the watchmaker? It just goes on and on. evidence we need. Yeah, I already read that. Oh, they call it intelligent design. Yeah, intelligent design. Because it's weird. It's like, okay, they say we're just basically energy, but then who arranges the energy? We don't need to worry about who made the moon. The moon just being there is good enough for evidence. That's right. Yeah. Evidence of what? Evidence of matter. There's energy and then there's matter, and energy is matter. No, matter is energy vibrating at a frequency. So it's basically energy slowed down, but we don't even have God being everywhere like that. A lot of people think of that. There's, yeah, the monad. Okay, the monad is referring to, or like the Egyptians, I think they used to call it the all. The all is mind, the universe is mental. And as we are thinking, we are creating. Everything that's created was a thought. Imagine the world before the moon was put. Yeah, that actually, I think the Greeks had record of that. There was no moon at one time. There was no moon, and then the moon actually got caught in our orbit. Somebody was telling me that. Somebody who was studying Greek, ancient Greek records and mythology. That would be neat to ponder that for a while. It's like, okay, what causes energy to become matter? And does matter really exist? Because when we really look at matter, it's energy. It's moving, kind of like the principle of vibration. Nothing is at rest. Everything moves, everything vibrates. It only seems like it's still because of the speed it's moving. I couldn't imagine a world without a moon. I always look forward to the moon. I always look forward to, oh my God, I can't see the moon. And then when I do, I relax. I relax because I can see the moon again. And then there's the new moon when you don't see it at all. You don't see that moon until the moon or the earth moves out of the way. There was no moon. There was no moon. Now there is, but there was never God. I wonder if God to some people is a concept. Is God basically a concept? And if God doesn't exist, why are we so upset when somebody said there's a God? Okay, it's like somebody saying, okay, there's no Santa Claus, there's no Easter Bunny, there's no, Jack Frost, but we can all agree on that. But for example, God, when you mention God, they fight, they argue, they get upset and say, it's like, okay, if there's no God, then why are you worried? Why does it bother you that there's no, yeah, that there is or is not a God? And that's what I've always wondered about. Like, why do we get so upset when somebody says, hey, God bless you? Or, yeah, if God doesn't exist, then why? Why do we argue, fuss, and fight? You know, we don't, yes, we don't need to bother. Yeah. Yeah. So now that argument, we could put it aside. Those of us who have evidence, those of us who don't have evidence, you know, we don't need to get upset about it. But then there are people who go, my God is not your God. Your God is the devil, and my God is the greatest thing since sliced bread. You got to listen to my God, or I'll kill you. I will smash your head. I will smash your head if you don't believe in my God. You know, yes, yeah. You know what? I think I need to go to sleep. I need to go to sleep. It is 4:41 uh, a.m., which means it's only 3 a.m. here because I don't believe in daylight savings time. I do not believe in daylight savings time. That's an invention because the planets are still moving at the same rate. It's still noon. Even if you move your clock ahead, it's still noon. Or it's still sunrise. God. Yeah. Politics. Yeah. Easy to fool people. That's right. Barnum and Bailey. He said there's a fool born every minute, or a fool and his money is soon parted. Yeah, there's a fool born every minute. All you have to have is an attraction, and people will pay to see that, even if it's a puppet show, even if it's an adult puppet show. All right, everybody. I had fun. I hope you did too. And this is the end, friend, but only for now.